Can you imagine experiencing your life as easy and peaceful most of the time, even when things around you seem to be in chaos? It truly is a possibility. That is the gift of living with soul and ego in harmony, living in self-awareness without judgment. Get ready to listen, share, and experience the magic that is energy medicine. Now, here is the host of Soul Healing with Traci Trimble, Doctor of Energy Medicine, Traci Trimble.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Traci Trimble, and I'm a doctor of energy medicine. As a bioenergetic therapist, a spiritual guide, and energy worker, I specialize in treating both the cause and the effects of depression, anxiety, acute stress, and chronic pain from the perspective of the human bioenergetic field. My passion is teaching energy medicine, most specifically Reiki, chakra balancing, and Hatha yoga. My gift is the capacity to see through the layers of the energy that surrounds our physical bodies, called the bioenergetic field. And my superpower is the ability to connect, with your permission, directly to the voice of your soul energy, to learn what it is that you need in that moment to heal. Then as a trained talk therapist, I have the joy of speaking with your ego energy. It's then my job to guide and teach you how to bring your soul and ego back into harmony. And today, that's specifically what I'd like to teach you. I'd like to teach you the Chakra Basics. In energy medicine, the chakras are important both from the point of view of the metaphysician. It's that energy that I see, that I have the capacity to interpret and to share with you. But you also have the capacity to interpret the chakra energies. I believe the gift that we've been given from Source is the chakras. Although they may appear complicated because they are so in depth and complex, really just understanding the basics of what the chakras are, how they're communicating with you, and what it means for you to feel in or out of balance. That's what we're going to learn today. We're going to understand the language of energy that we use to navigate our own internal system. Now, let's start with what the chakras are. Very simplistically, they're pools of energy that move throughout our body in clockwise, counterclockwise, or in the infinity figure 8 type of movement. Our lower energies, our lower chakras, are our earth energies, and they are interpreted from below our heart down to our feet. Our upper energies are our heaven energies, and they interpret the energy above our heart. Our heart is the most powerful chakra. It is both an above energy connecting us to heaven and a below energy connecting us to earth. The importance of understanding what the chakras do is our capacity to understand how we feel in alignment and how we feel out of alignment. I very often heard lay people mostly speak in terms of my chakras are closed or my chakras are open. Our chakras are always open. If a chakra was to close, that life force energy would no longer be flowing through us. I myself use the words open and closed loosely as well, but that is not truth. Our energy is never off. It is either blocked or out of balance. So when we talk about the chakras, especially today in learning the basics, I just want to share with you how to interpret whether you are in or out of alignment, in or out of balance. For example, when your chakra energies are out of balance, you could feel lethargic. You could feel tired or depressed. When your chakras are out of alignment and working too hard to support one another, you can feel overwhelmed. It's my belief that there are 4 ways in which energy presents itself to us. In my very first Inspired Choices Network session of soul healing, I spoke in great detail of spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical as are ways in which energy communicates with us. So please feel free after this session to go back and listen to that to get some more in-depth information, because I'm just going to do it really quickly right now. First, we have a thought. It's usually an intuitive thought. We may or may not even be aware of it, but it's being created. That thought is either in alignment, it's for our highest good, or it's out of alignment. It's not for our highest good at all. If we honor that direction, we go in our highest good instead of in our least highest good, we're fine. We stay balanced. Our chakra energy flows. Those pools of energy move through each other, supporting one another, holding space for us, providing us with the spiritual guidance and energy that we need to navigate our inside world. But if we go out of alignment with that thought, we follow the non-beneficial energy, it becomes mental. Most likely we are more aware now, and often if soul and ego are in chaos, it is as though we're hearing 2 different voices. One that says, please don't take that path, it's not for our highest good, and the other that says, oh no, this is going to be a lot of fun. Or, you don't deserve anything other than this. That voice is sometimes overwhelming. And if it's recognized, we then can come back into alignment. But if it's not recognized, we go out of alignment even further, and we go into the emotional capacity of understanding energy. And we go through a myriad of feelings. It's here that our chakra system is invoked. It's what we're feeling, how we are feeling, that keeps us in balance. In balance, the chakra energies are connection, empowered stories, empowered words, the energy of love and light flowing through us, a strong willpower and self-esteem, the capacity to be creative and passionate, and the ability to be grounded in a sense of safety, security, and support. But out of alignment, those energies are disconnection, isolation, and loneliness. They're stories and illusions that compel us. They're lies. They're thoughts, words, actions, and inactions that cause us harm. They are sadness, grief, and a perceived sense of loss of self. They are shame, anger, and lack of worthiness. They're guilt and blame, and then they become fear. I'll go through those energies, those emotions, specifically when we talk about each chakra. But what's important to realize is that if we don't have the capacity to balance our chakras at an emotional level, that energy that was once spiritual as a thought, mental as a conversation, emotional as energies being created, transition from etheric to matter. They become physical, and that's where we begin to have annoyances, itchy, scratchy, throbby, tingly, burning sensations in our physical body. If we continue to ignore those physical sensations, they become pain. The pain is actually a language. And where it's exhibiting inside of our physical body is within a chakra energy space. And that chakra energy space is going to tell us in which emotion we're out of alignment. So the chakras speak to us through physical pain and emotion. Should we do nothing about that physical pain, it will turn to disease and dysfunction. The chakra is then no longer simply out of balance, it's in chaos. And that's where we don't want to be. We want to be able to recognize our emotions as they begin to percolate and create blockages within our chakras, or at the very least, when pain is created, to recognize, acknowledge, and then to do something. So let's talk about what the chakras are and where they are in your physical body. So if you imagine yourself standing up, feet slightly spread, about hips distance apart, and your arms out to the sides so that they're extending and making your energy as big as possible. Where you could imagine your arms coming to the front of your body, and if you could, your arms going to the back of your body, that is the amount of space in which your bioenergetic field takes up. That is where your chakra energy works. Let's start at the very top of your head. This is your crown chakra, and it covers the space down onto your forehead where there is a dip. It's a natural dip, and if you're patient and slow, you'll find that dip. Most people it's before your eyebrows, but some people it's at the center of your eyebrows. This space all around the top of your head is called your crown chakra. Crown chakra is your direct connection to heavenly energy, to source, to the universe. When crown chakra is in balance, you are connected. You feel supported by the universe. But when you're out of alignment in this energy, you feel disconnected, isolated, and alone. And this is where the etheric turns to matter, starting with a thought, a habit, or a belief that leads you or compels you to agree that you are disconnected, isolated, and alone. Crown chakra, very often pain is represented by headaches or numbness. Very often by itchy scalp is an indication that you are having thoughts of disconnection, isolation, and loneliness. If you go back to that bump in your forehead and down to the very soft piece of your nose, and you block your hands around that area and follow all the way around to the back of your head, this band is called the third eye. It includes your pituitary, it includes your eyes, it includes your the top of your sinuses. This third eye in balance is the capacity to not only see through stories and illusions that could cause you harm, but to be empowered to create stories that inspire and move you forward, taking you to your highest good. But out of alignment, the stories and the illusions compel you to suffer, to cause yourself harm and to cause others harm through how you perceive the world around you. Next is throat chakra. And throat is a very expansive part of our physical body. It actually goes from the soft tip at the end of our nose down to our clavicle, just at the collarbone. It is this area, spanning around the entire body, that's called throat chakra. Throat chakra in alignment gives us the capacity to speak our truth through thoughts, words, actions, and inactions that lead us to our highest good, that empower us. But out of alignment, throat chakra creates the lies, stops us from having the ability to speak or to be in our truth. Those lies are the thoughts, the words, the chosen actions and inactions that take us completely out of alignment with who we're meant to be, with what brings us joy and peacefulness. These are the upper chakras, the heaven energies. These often are the most challenging for human beings because we don't usually have physical evidence of these chakras until it comes to some sort of annoyance or pain. These are our etheric energies. They are specifically how soul speaks to us versus the earth energies, how ego speaks to us. It's time for our first break of the show. When we return, we're going to talk about the earth energies and heart chakra. We're going to go into detail explaining where they are and what they effect in your physical being. You're listening to Soul Healing with Traci Trimble.
Now back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Traci, and you're listening to Soul Healing with Traci Trimble. Today, we're talking about the Chakra Basics. The chakras are important, especially if you are experiencing depression, anxiety, acute stress, or chronic pain, because although these mental illnesses are categorized as such, I truly believe that they are emotional incapacities and that we have the ability to heal ourselves quite easily from any ailment that is physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual. And it's here at the chakras having some basic knowledge that will really help. Before we went to break, we talked about the heaven energies, crown, third eye, and throat chakra being the etheric energies. Moving forward, we're going to talk about heart chakra. It's quite unique on its own. And then I will share with you the earth energies, the physical energies of solar, sacral, and root chakra. So let's get back to the chakra basics and talk about heart chakra. Heart chakra's purposefulness is to pull the heaven energies down to support the earth energies, and to pull the earth energies up to support the heaven energies. Whereas heaven energy moves down and earth energy moves up, heart energy moves up and down, through us and around us. Heart energy is the energy of love and of our spiritual light. It is the physical manifestation of our direct connection with Source. Heart energy in balance is an abundance of love and light. We have the capacity to both give and receive love and forgiveness. But out of alignment, we get trapped in sadness, grief, and a perceived sense of loss of self. And that self is mostly our true self, our highest good. When we move down into the earth energies, actually, sorry, before we do that, I did not mention this very clearly, and I apologize. From our clavicle to our sternum is where our ribs meet, and all around, this is our heart chakra. Placing your hands on your heart center very often will bring relief and calmness. That's because that is unconditional love, unconditional light. Now let's travel down into the earth energies. So from our sternum, that tender spot right at the center of our chest, for ladies at the bra line, all the way to the center of our belly button and that band that moves around the body. This is our solar chakra. Solar chakra is probably the most common out of alignment physical earth energy because it's something that we actually feel that also creates a physical manifestation. Solar chakra are the energies of shame, of unresolved anger, and of the ability to collect evidence of lack of worthiness. So very often, this is where physical ailments present themselves. As we continue to move down from the belly button to the top of the pubic bone, this band is called sacral chakra. Actually, you know what? I'm really ahead of myself today, and I apologize. Let's skip back up to solar for a second. My apologies. Solar chakra in alignment is the energy of self-esteem and willpower. It is an energy that has the capacity to move outside of our physical being, to inspire and to encourage. So, solar chakra out of alignment is shame, anger, and lack of worthiness, but in alignment it is self-esteem and willpower. From the belly button to the top of the pubic bone, spanning all around the physical body, is the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra out of alignment is the energies of guilt and blame. It is a compelling need to find whose fault this is. Guilt and blame are the energies simply of blame. Guilt is an implosion when it's all your fault. You have the capacity to find fault in all that you do. Blame is an explosion. It is never your fault. It is always someone else's. 25 or 30 years ago in psychology, you were either one element or the other, guilt or blame. But over the last 25 years or so, psychologists have come to recognize that many human beings, especially women and especially mothers, have the capacity to live in both guilt and blame at the same time, which very often is diagnosed as depression, postpartum depression most specifically. Finally, as we move down to the last earth energy, it's called our root chakra. Physically, it's everything from our pelvic floor all the way down to the tip of our big toes. Root chakra out of alignment is a belief within the core of our being. I didn't do sacral. Yes, I did. Sacral's guilt and blame. Sorry about that, fellas. Okay. So let's just recap for a second. Below the heart is solar, from the sternum to the belly button. From the belly button to the pubic bone is sacral. From the pubic bone down to the bottom of our toes is root. Root out of alignment is a belief or a habit or the capacity to collect enough evidence that we are not safe, secure, or supported. Those are two specific energies that this belief comes from. That we're not safe, secure, or supported by our own self, or that we're not safe, secure, and supported by our influential outside others, which could be friends, family, society in general. Most specifically, this area is affected by career, finances, intimate relationship, and physical health. In alignment, root chakra is a knowing in the core of your being that from within you are indeed safe, secure, and supported. You have everything you need to thrive. It's the capacity to have self-awareness, to not be caught up in what the environment around you is creating, but to be conscious of what it is that you are creating. To make things a tiny bit complicated, each of these chakras, with exception to heart, because it is its own most powerful entity, each heaven energy has an earth energy partner, so that when one is out of alignment, the other will work to support it. So, for example, crown and root, the very top and the very bottom, are in partnership. If you feel safe, secure, and supported, it is most likely you will feel connected. If you feel connected, it is most likely you will feel safe, secure, and supported. They work together to bring heaven and earth energy as one. If you place your hand on the top of your head facing down to earth, and your hand at your pubic bone facing up, you'll begin to be able to create what the energy movement feels like. Imagine heaven energy coming down into the lower hand, connecting with earth energy, and earth energy moving up to the upper hand, flowing in and out. Now, if you move that hand down to third eye and up to sacral, you will there find that partnership. When you have the capacity to see through the stories and illusions, it's unlikely that you will find guilt and blame. And therefore, if you have the capacity to be creative and passionate, you will most likely see through the stories and illusions and create empowering stories. Sacral and third eye are partners, supporting one another. If your top hand moves down onto your throat and your lower hand moves up to your belly just below your sternum, you here find connection between heaven and earth once again. When your throat chakra is in alignment and you're speaking your truth, you are likely to have strong willpower and self-esteem. But if you go into shame, anger, and lack of worthiness, there is challenge in speaking your truth. Whenever any of your chakras are out of alignment, a very easy way to begin to feel empowered again is to place your hands at your heart center. To breathe in, pulling energy up from your toes to your heart, and exhaling from your heart up to your crown. We inhale to nurture, and we exhale to release. Here, understanding the basics of the chakra system allows you to begin to understand the physical messages that Source shares with you on a daily basis. At the very beginning of the show, I shared with you some of the language that we use: spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. When in your physical body you are feeling pain, dysfunction, disease, even minor annoyances, this is indicative that something in the chakra system is out of balance, because spiritual, mental, and emotional, have become physical. It's time for our next break of the show. When we return, I'm going to talk about specific physical ailments in each of the chakras. I'm going to share with you a meditation in which you can help to clear those blockages, even if you don't think you have the capacity to do energy medicine yourself. I'm Traci Trimble. This is Soul Healing. When we get back to the show, we're going to talk about the language of chakras. We'll be right back.
Now back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're talking about chakra basics. And when I say basic, I mean flat to the ground, lowest possible pieces of information that could be most beneficial. I literally teach a 15-hour first level chakras and another 15-hour second level chakras. So there's a lot of information about chakras. If you're interested, Anadiah Judith, Sonia Choquette, they're excellent resources to learn about chakras. Googling on YouTube, chakra meditations for beginners, if you're a beginner, or just chakra meditations is an excellent way to begin to learn more about your own chakras. I believe meditation is the most powerful way to get to know your inner energy. Now, mind you, I've been doing this for 15 or 16 years now, so please don't expect this to be your truth immediately, but know you can work your way up. When I close my eyes and I get into a meditative state, I ask each chakra to reveal itself to me, and it does so. I can feel it moving. I can feel whether it's in or out of balance. I can see colors, which is very, very common. Each chakra has its own color. So, for example, when you're doing a healing meditation and you see colors, those specific colors are being presented to you so that you know which chakras are out of balance. For example, root chakra is a vibrant red. Sacral chakra is a beautiful orange. Solar chakra, a bright, bright yellow. Heart chakra is usually green in energy medicine. However, it's also been known to be seen as pink. Throat chakra, actually, before I get into these upper levels, in Eastern medicine, I will tell you the colors. In Western medicine, they are a bit different, only because visually white, which is crown chakra, is a challenge to put on paper. So let me go and move into throat chakra. Throat chakra is a beautiful tealish light blue. Third eye is purple in Eastern medicine, but in the West it is an indigo purple. It's a blue purple, a deeper blue, but not quite purple, because in Western medicine, in Western culture, purple is the color of crown chakra, because it's very easy to see visually. But in Eastern medicine, our crown chakra is a white light connecting us directly to heaven energy. These colors are important because intellectually and through ego, we are able to easily perceive color. So give yourself permission when you close your eyes to ask what you need to know and allow a color to present itself. Now, I realize for beginners that very often it's simply a black screen in front of you. That's normal. That's just ego holding on to control. But if you gift yourself permission with your eyes closed to also look out of your eyes, that darkness will dissipate and a color will form. For example, with my eyes closed in this moment, I see a beautiful green light, which I'm grateful for because I speak to you through the depths of love and light today. When a physical element gets presented in the body, it's important for us to understand where that is. Now, with Google, our most amazing friend, it will also gift us powerful information. So, for example, if my right thumb was hurting, I would choose to use energy medicine to go into the chakras and find out what was going wrong in my heart chakra. Remember, our arms extend out past us, and it's an extension of our heart chakra. But with Google, all you need to do is type in or say, what is the metaphysical meaning of a sore right thumb? And guess what? It's going to gift you some information. That information, because you've asked for the metaphysical meaning, is literally going to be based on chakra energy. Now, is it going to be completely and entirely specific to you? No, it's generalized. But you will take that information and you will apply it to your life, your situation. So, for example, your right knee hurts. Our right knee is part of our root chakra. Root chakra out of alignment is a belief that I'm not safe, secure, and supported. The right side of my body indicates that this energy is from ego, from the outside influences. And my right knee specifically is a fear of being subservient. So in this case, I am fearing that I am subservient to an influential other, and it's causing me pain. Root is supported by crown. I am feeling disconnected, isolated, and lonely, and I'm blaming it most likely on a specific person, an influential outside other. I'm doing something I don't want to do, but I'm doing it anyway. So when my right knee hurts, I'm going to ask myself, where in my life, what person, place, thing, scene, situation, or scenario, am I out of alignment with my true self because I'm being subservient to another? What's happened is I've had a thought. Joan has asked me to do something that I don't enjoy doing, but I'm going to do it anyway because I have the need to please others. But that thought isn't in my conscious awareness. I don't recognize that doing that's going to cause me harm, and it moves into my mental capacity. That mental capacity is ego and soul either conversing and figuring it out so that we are no longer out of alignment, or soul and ego go into chaos and fight it out, and ego wins, so it becomes emotional. I transition through all of the chakras, and I wind up at root, being out of alignment. I don't do anything about that because my knee didn't just start hurting this moment. It's been itchy, scratchy, throbby, tingly, burny for some time now, waiting for me to recognize that my thoughts are taking me out of alignment with my highest good. They're becoming words, actions, or inactions, and they are now becoming a physical manifestation that says, please Pay attention to what is going on in your life that is causing you harm and suffering. Every single physical ailment is a message. That message is interpreted specifically through the chakra in which the ailment is presenting itself. Understanding the chakras gives us the capacity to heal ourselves. So if I Google that my right knee hurts and it tells me that in some way I'm being subservient to another against my highest good, I right away am, well, how am I supposed to fix that? And we may not know. We may not know what to do to fix that, which is why the chakra becomes important. If out of alignment root is fear, it is not feeling safe, secure, and supported, then I need to find safety, security, and support. By going into meditation, visualizing a red, gentle blanket being wrapped around me, and speaking the words, I am safe, secure, and supported, while holding or rubbing my right knee, I am safe, I am secure, I am supported. We begin to heal ourselves without even having to know energy medicine, without even having to understand Reiki, yoga, or meditation. We've closed our eyes and we've stopped the world around us from consuming us. We've recognized that we're out of alignment at root chakra and we're holding the knee, the area with love that needs our attention. And we are shifting our disconnection by making the statement, I am safe, secure, and supported. And if in that moment you can't believe that, please simply accept, I am moving closer to feeling safe, secure, and supported. I am feeling safe, secure, and supported. I am moving closer to feeling safe, secure, and supported. While we take our next break, ask yourself, where do you have physical annoyances, discomfort, pain, disease, or dysfunction? What is your body trying to tell you? Which chakra is that in? Where are you out of alignment? Start with the physical body and then start looking around you at the people, the places, the things, the scenes, the situations and scenarios that are causing you harm and suffering. We'll take our final break at the show. When we return, I will discuss with you ways in which to bring awareness, to heal your own chakras, to bring yourself back into balance. You're listening to Soul Healing with Traci Trimble. I look forward to being right back.
Now back to the program.
Welcome back, everyone. I know this was a very, very, very basic run-through of the chakras. If you would like what I think is the coolest, most simplistic and amazing 10 minutes of the chakras I've ever experienced, please go to YouTube. Google children's show Chakras. I can't even remember what the link is, and I'm sorry I wasn't prepared to share it with you today. It's from a cartoon called Avatar. And Aang is a cartoon character who is taught the chakras by a guru. And it is probably the coolest 10 minutes of chakras I've ever experienced. And to be quite honest, in my Chakras Basics class, I actually show it. It's a really great resource. And again, it's on YouTube. If you Google children's show Chakras, you'll find it. Thank you for taking the time today to do this very basic of basics. I hope that it has inspired you to learn more about the chakras, to learn more about your own chakras, and to figure out which of your chakras usually pull you out of alignment. I know specifically for me, it's solar and sacral. So I usually don't check in with each chakra. I go to those two first to see where I'm at. But what I would like to ask you to try is simply close your eyes, to place your hands on your heart center, and to bring your breath and awareness to the top of your head, to your crown chakra, and to feel energy flow through that area. To bring your awareness between your eyes, to allow the energy to flow through your third eye, to bring your awareness to your throat chakra, to breathe in that space. Bring your attention to your heart center, to breathe. To move to your solar chakra, and then to your sacral. To bring awareness of your breath traveling through root from your pelvic floor all the way to your feet. Get to know your chakras. They speak to you. If not through your physical body, eventually through color, through emotion, through connection. If you'd like a chakra healing meditation, you can go to my show archives to the depression, anxiety, and acute stress session. The last 24 minutes of that session is a healing guided meditation where I metaphysically go into your chakra system and balance you. And with every meditation, that will happen. If you don't want to listen to the whole show to get to the meditation itself, record it on your phone when you listen to it. Connect to it all the time. In September of 2018, that meditation will be available on my website, complimentary to download or to connect to directly on the website. It seems like it's that time. It's all the time we have today. As always, I am so incredibly grateful to have spent this hour with you. I trust that you got exactly what you needed from me today, and if for any reason you haven't, or if you have questions, concerns, or ideas, please don't hesitate to email me at Traci, Traci, at Traci at tracitrimble.ca. If you're curious about what I do or how I can personally guide and mentor you, please check out my website at tracitrimble.ca. And next week, please be sure to join me as we discuss witnessing. There's a point in our spiritual journey that we come to realize that we're not meant to be caught up in the drama of the outside world that's created around us. But I know it's often a challenge to break free of that habit. When we have the capacity to remove a non-beneficial energy like a habit, we must replace it with a new one. And I'm highly recommending that we replace gossip and drama with witnessing. It's a beneficial habit of minding our own business with both kindness and compassion for ourselves and others. It allows us to experience the world around us, but at the same time, to cultivate our highest good within us. So join me next week as I guide you through this invaluable habit called witnessing, and allow your sense of peacefulness and freedom to expand. Again, I am so grateful to have spent this time with you. Until next time, gift yourself permission to find self-awareness without judgment. Be soul and ego in harmony. I am Traci Trimble, a doctor of energy medicine, and I'm signing off with so much gratitude. Have a great week.
Thank you for choosing to listen to Soul Healing with Traci Trimble, PhD. We hope you'll join us. Until then, give yourself permission to learn, share, heal, and grow through self-awareness.